Alright, hello and welcome back. Today we're playing some more Wrath, Aeon of Rune. So we've already played the first two levels. We played a little tutorial level. I guess initial thoughts are that it's okay. Visually speaking, this game is very impressive. It's up there with some of the best looking Quake maps that I've ever seen. They put an incredible amount of detail into these levels. The brushwork is phenomenal, the lighting is great, good atmosphere all around, nice textures. They don't look out of place for this engine or whatever. The problem I have with it so far is more in the gameplay department. The level design is almost but I don't want to say it's non-existent. The layouts are okay, but there's no encounter design. It's just the levels are just kind of filled with enemies. It never feels like the maps are alive. It never feels like they're being clever, right? I'll go into an area and there's just already 6 monsters there just kind of hanging out. You know, maybe when you walk past the trigger, a couple more spawn in. But it never really feels like the map is super clever. Even though the levels are they're pretty open, but they're also fairly linear, which I do appreciate. They're not super hard to find your way around in, which is something that usually bigger Quake levels have an issue with. And I know this is not Quake, but it's fucking close enough. It's just yeah, all the encounters so far has just been go to room, there's 5 monsters there, clear them out, maybe 1 or 2 get teleported in, so on and so forth. There's been one pretty interesting encounter where I got dropped down into a pit and a bunch of zombies spawned, and then one of those big guys with the 2 sword arms spawned behind them and kind of was charging around, and he was killing the zombies while I was trying to shoot him, and zombies were just kind of fodder between the two of us, which was kind of an interesting fight. And then a few of the big toads that shoot the acid balls, the acid grenades spawned in as well. That was a pretty fun little ambush. But aside from that, there's really no encounters that kind of stick out in my mind, or no interesting set pieces. It's all just kind of been walk forward and kill the same 4 or 5 kind of fodder enemies over and over and over. I guess the only other encounter that stands out in my mind is the end of the snow level, where you're on a tiny bridge, and then as you're crossing the bridge, a bunch of monsters get spawned in front and behind you, which I actually think is just a bad encounter. That's why it was memorable, because it was bad, not because it was good. I don't, in these types of really fast games with lots of projectile dodging, I don't like combat in very narrow spaces, because it usually just means you have to tank a bunch of damage, or back way the fuck up into an area where you actually can dodge. This is a problem I see in a lot of Quake maps too. It kind of becomes a DPS race, and I don't think that situation is particularly fun. Anyway, so yeah, we played the two early access maps. So the maps that we played yesterday were the 2 earliest maps that were available in Wrath when the game went to early access. Today we're going to be playing 2 maps that came later. I don't know exactly when these maps. I didn't really follow the development of this game. I just know it did have a very troubled development. I kind of mentioned this last time, but it was in development for 5 years, something like that. 2019 to 2024. It got announced and released around the same time too. So yeah, 4 years and some, just below 5 years, let's say. 4.5 years and some change, which is kind of rough, but it's nice that they got it out. So let's see. I'm kind of curious to see if these newer maps, or the maps that came later, are any better. I wonder if those early maps were just kind of kind of more proof of concept-y, let's just see if we can make this all work, as opposed to making a super good map. One thing I guess didn't really touch on is the thing I like the most is kind of the movement. I like this sword. It's really fun to just like be hopping around. You get like a bunch of free speed off this sword dash. There does seem to be kind of a speed cap though. It does slow. Maybe I just slowed myself down. Sure, speed cap. A little bit. Yeah, there seems to be like a speed cap here. It's slowing me down a bit, but it's all right. So we got a level up there. It probably comes last. It's very, very Quake-like. That little stained glass window up there. So we did the big tree last time, and then we did the snow area. So let's go over here. This is like a more industrial-looking map. Let's give this one a go. The gardens, okay. It's supposed to be like a dilapidated greenhouse, maybe. Like a more industrial area would be really cool. So far, everything has kind of been. How many enemies are here? 370. So far, everything's been very nature-y. Natures and like crypts and whatnot, which is okay. How many secrets? 12. Not bad. Oh wait, I have to turn my crosshair back on. I actually don't like the crosshair in this game that much. I wish there was like a traditional cross instead of just this little like line with the circle. I'm pretty picky about my crosshairs though, so. I guess from another thing, kind of from a gameplay perspective that I really don't care for is because there's a hub world, and because you can play these levels in like any order that you want to, it means that this game doesn't really have traditional weapon progression. And it also seems like you can go back and explore any older levels. The problem I have with this is that there's almost no reason to. It also means that like levels have to be created in such a way that they can be played with just like the pistol here. Like, you can't really create a level that's, like, super hard off the get-go because you don't know what kind of weapons the player will have. I almost wish this game took a more Metroidvania-style approach, where you're going from, you know, you're going into a level and then out of a level. You know, it's like, okay, you need the so-and-so, like, you need the double jump boots, you have to come back here. Arcane Dimensions, which is probably, like, the greatest, you know, Quake mod, has like some Metroidvania elements in it that I really love, and I think they're kind of perfect for Quake. And I think they would have been great for this game too. I still love the gore effects when you give some of these enemies. They just explode into chunks. Very satisfying. Oh. There we go. Get rid of that fella. It's over here. More zombies. Super shotgun, very satisfying in this game still. Another life siphon. Don't really need one of those. There we go. key. Guess not. Soul tether. I kind of said this last time, and I guess I'll repeat myself. I really don't like the, I think it's kind of pointless having that, like... So this game is supposed to have a limited save mechanic, where you have, like, you pick up the soul tethers, and you only get so many saves with them. Honestly, I just turned it off. I think it's a kind of a dumb mechanic. I don't think it adds much to this game. Maybe if this game was more kind of a Metroidvania where you're going back through these levels after getting power-ups and stuff, it would have been a little more interesting, but having it be kind of as linear, having it be more linear, where is the key? Oh, it's over here. I just don't think it really, again, adds anything. I could have swore I saw that key earlier. Oh yeah, it's over there. Get over there, though. Just jump down here. Okay. There we go. Starting to kind of step up the encounters there. That was pretty good. This little ambush from the wall there. I do think some of these like lower level enemies are a little too weak. Not super effective. They die like pretty easily. I am playing on medium here. I probably should have played on hard in this respect, but it's what it is. Wow, the super shotgun of this game is really good. So satisfying. I kind of really like this area here. Enemy with a plant cyst. This level so far is real good. This level is way better than the first two that I played. Bars on all these gates, so if these guys could get through here, kind of a minor nitpick though. But yeah, this like design-wise, this level is way better so far. It's like designed like a pretty solid Quake map. Big step up from the stuff we were playing previously. So I think part of it, like, just stopping to kind of think here for a second, I think part of the issue here might be the fact that none of these monsters really charge at you. Something I've kind of realized here is that Quake has quite a few monsters that will just beeline for you, creating situations where, like, you can't just stand still, right? Death Knights and Knights in particular will just run right at you. And they kind of flush you out. This game, every enemy that I've kind of come across so far, except for, like, one or two, like the guys that kind of look like pain elementals and those guys with big hook arms, they don't really come at you. They kind of just, like, stay in the back and shoot you with projectiles. Looks like that should be a secret. The texture's out of place. So it's like, I never feel like I have to do a whole lot, if that makes any sense. I'm kind of just like... It's kind of just like I'm moving towards the enemies as opposed to them trying to, like, move towards me and force me into moving to different areas, right? I think some of the difficulty here of this is just the enemy design more so than the level design itself. I wonder how this would play with Quake monsters, or like some Quake monsters thrown into the mix. I'm still full on life cycle. Cannot pick any more up. Max that. I mean, while it's true that these, like, old school style games should be more about, like, projectile dodging, you also do need some melee enemies to kind of push the player around. You know, also having enemies like the Shambler and stuff too that aren't necessarily melee enemies, but like, you know, kind of force you into, like, hiding, you know, force you into line of sighting them, basically. Anything to keep the player moving around. A lot of these enemies, like, their attacks feel kind of, like, wimpy. And it just, like, yeah, I can dodge them, but, like, I don't have to really go too far out of my way. Like, think about how you have to dodge the Vor projectiles in Quake, or the Shambler, or how you have to move around as Knights are kind of coming at you. This game just doesn't have an equivalent to that. So I think some of its issues aren't so much in level design as much as they are in monster design. So I'm hoping the game kind of introduces some more enemies as we go along here, but I think we might have seen... I don't have that. Might have seen, like, this guy right here with the big hook hands. I mean, this guy's a cool design, by the way. All these enemies are, like, well designed, visually speaking. This guy is, like, really the only melee enemy in this game. None of these other guys really kind of charge at you, besides the pain elemental fellows. And the rest of the enemies are just kind of just hanging in the back and shooting you. Definitely has a very strong kind of nature theme, for lack of a better word. It's actually let's use one of these here. It's really hard to get natural infighting happening in this game. Seems like the enemies don't naturally just kind of infight each other. You have to like force them that little blast. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so those guys right there with the 3 mouths are kind of the only enemies that really charge at you, along with the Pokemon guys. Let's go back. Let's check for some health. Some more health, some ammo. I have this orbit deflection. I do know that one of these items that you can pick up is basically a quad damage, but I haven't found one of those kind of gaming ones. That guy working for me. He's all over the place. That for some help. Oh my god, he just like rammed himself into the that frog monster. Yeah, there needs to be more enemies kind of like that that just charge at you, that flush you out of your position. Preferably ones that like aren't quite as beefy as that guy, because that 3-mouth monster is pretty strong. They have a lot of health. Can't go through there yet. I just don't find that shotgun secondary to be that useful. I wish it was like more of a instead of just like a bunch of ricochet explosion or something. Take a look for some secrets back here. Anything I missed in here? Anything up here? There we go. Dark armor. There's some kind of ring there. I don't know what that does. That was okay. That was cool. I like that. slice those guys up real fast. Nice, got some ammo. There we go, some grenades. Actually, I think there's a shortcut that opens over here, right? No. That was kind of one of the complaints I had last time I was playing, is there's no real shortcuts in this. This game is not great about putting up little passageways. Something that you see in a lot of Quake maps that are quite large is that, like, once you get to a certain area, it'll be like, alright, here's a shortcut so you can get back there pretty easy. Oh wait, this was a shortcut right here. I blinded it, never mind. Yeah, the level design here feels a lot better than than the other maps that I've played. There we go. There we go. That's what I want to see. I want the map to be like a active. See, that's the thing about like kind of map design in these older games. You want the map to be like an active participant, like fucking with the player. You can't just like throw a bunch of random enemies at the player and call it a day. You gotta. The map needs to be a actively fighting against the player as well. Which okay, both of those. Let's open this chest here. What do we get? Some goodies. Oh yeah, I forgot about these enemies. These guys that kind of charge you and swing at you. They're not used enough. See, on their own, they're not too much of a problem. You kind of need to combine those types of enemies with like more like these projectile guys. Like having a bunch of those guys chase me around out here would be pretty great. What are these here. Get over here, guys. Charge at me. This guy to come down here so I can throw this thing at him. Just go around just killing everything. There we go. Good homie. Oh, these two guys are gonna throw down. Alright, is my boy gonna win or is the other one? Oh, my guy won! Hell yeah. Good job, buddy. There we go. Grab those fangs. I don't know how I feel about like there not being any natural infighting in this game from the looks of it. It seems like you have to use this little potion to kind of cause infighting. I know Dusk was the same way. Dusk has that little, like, what is it? It's like the little gem that you throw, a gem of madness or something. Accidental secret there. Oh, that's cool. There we go. More dark armor. I don't know what dark armor actually does. So I think there's a arsenal. Some cool concept art here. Got 6 out of 12 secrets, not bad. would have had those two enemies like, from behind. Like, spawn them in back here. Like, they drop down from the ceiling or something, and then they push you into the room. And they kind of force you up here. Check over here. Mildly helpful, I guess. I mean, maybe it's just because I'm so used to Quake. A lot of these enemies here feel very, just feel very like not squishy, just weak. But Quake is like notorious for having like bullet sponge enemies, right? So. Let's grab all this ammo here first. There we go. Oh yeah, here we go. That was pretty cool. I am starting to think that like this game is being limited by its monster roster, though. Like this game's like roster of enemies is like even smaller than Quake somehow, and Quake has like already a pretty limited number of enemies. So yeah, pretty rough. That is the end of this level, though, I think. Yeah, got the rune. This takes us back up. That was a pretty good level. That was a lot better than the first two, for sure. Much tighter kind of combat encounters. I still think that, like, the levels aren't properly utilizing some of the monsters. Again, there's, like, too many ranged monsters. I feel like there needs to be... I mean, there are, like, some melee enemies, but I think that the game needs to kind of utilize those enemies more appropriately to kind of get me moving around, because it feels like a lot of the times I can just kind of walk at the enemies while like casually dodging their projectiles. But that level was definitely a huge improvement over the last two that I played. So it took me 30 minutes, not bad. Big level. I've already used this thing up here, right? Yeah. It was also nice to see a different kind of environment in this game. I guess we could do this level next. Not. Alright. Well, we're reusing some assets here. We got another snow level. That's alright. As long as the design is good. Oh, is this? Oh, we got some, like, ice physics? Some janky ice physics? That's kind of neat. Full on armor. Let's go check out what's under here. Rounder's apparatus. Okay. It's basically just like the scuba helmet from Blood. Or diving gear. I forget what the name of that was. Alright, well that was kind of a waste for... What did I get out of that? Another orbit deflection, up to 6 now. Again, I feel like this game should have just been more linear. I really don't like how slow some of these levels start. It makes sense, like, I don't know. It just, yeah, it sucks that, like, every level has to kind of start the same because you don't know what order the player is going to play these in. So it's like you kind of have to start slow and ramp things up, but it's like, well, I have a full arsenal. I have a bunch of armor. Like, I'm ready to rock and roll, you know? Not saying that every, like, the sort of every level needs, like, 1,000 monsters, but, like, you don't need to, you know, always start off with the zombies and the little, like, scrags or whatever those flying things are called in this game. You know, we can kind of ramp it up from the get-go. Some of these, yeah, it's, oh, full on fangs. Grab that. Probably didn't even waste the super shotgun there, but it's alright. I really do love seeing the enemies in this game get very satisfying. It's a lot. Alright, looks like we're diving again. Probably should have saved that. It's okay. There's gonna be a bunch of these. Well, probably could have saved that second one. This guy, come here. Oh yeah, there we go. No idea where this actually goes. All right, let's go back first. I think we just did like some kind of a sequence break. Take a look around. This just kind of goes in one big circle. Yeah, this just goes in a big circle. Okay, go back this way. I don't really see the point of having switches that you have to hit to work these elevators. I feel like they could just work like the Quake ones where you just stand on them and just let it go. Probably be more convenient. Oh, I see you. Shooting. Oh, way over there. Alright, let's go take care of these guys. I'm sick of these guys across the map. This level doesn't feel as great as the last one. This is also just kind of like a lot of open spaces with just like some projectile enemies off in the distance. That last map was like a great change of pace, and then probably the best level I've played so far. The enemies are here, 397. Where we're supposed to be going. Yeah, see what I'm saying? It's just like the enemy variety is like it's the same like couple enemies over and over and over. And I get why. It's because like if you were playing this from like a fresh start, you wouldn't have the full arsenal, right? And it would be kind of unfair to send a bunch of shit at the player they couldn't handle. But it's like I'm kind of at the point now where I need more enemies than just like these little buggers. Alright, so I can't go that way yet. I need a key. Can't go there. Oh my god. Get out of here. It's a dead end. Let's go back this way then. Not the right key that I need. That's locked. I do see a little secret up there on the roof. I could probably get up there. These rocks are kind of clipped off. I was going to try and get up on these rocks and then get on the roof of this and then jump from here to here, but I don't think I can get up there. I haven't gone this way yet. Or have I? I have. There's dead enemies here. There we go. Get rid of that guy. Can't go through there. Oh, here we go. Oh no, this is a secret. Perhaps one of the only levels I kind of feel pretty lost on. Oh wait, no, I know where it is. Here, around. Oh no, wait, I've already been up here. I need to get over there somehow. Yeah, I guess I am still lost here. Yeah, this is maybe my least favorite level so far. This is very, just kind of all over the place. Just keep reusing the same couple enemies over and over and over. Up here, just one of those. Don't need that. I'm getting low on health. Up here, maybe? Yep, here we go. These are some nice bookcases. Are any of these sticking out? Checking for secrets. Nope. Doesn't look like it. There we go. Think you could just spawn these guys any further away? Why do they spawn so far away? Yeah, it's just like a, I don't know, that was like a weird encounter. It was just like your standard, like, I don't know. Maybe they should have pushed me off this edge, like put me out here and then spawned a bunch of enemies in this like forest area or something. I just can't help but see, like, when playing this game, like, how the combat encounters could have been improved. Gotta go back this way if that's... And just like, just in very basic ways, it feels like the, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, now I can't equip another one. Just gonna sit here till the rebreather runs out. Thank you. There's not going to be any enemies in this area, are there? That's unfortunate. Oh, wait, there we go. That was helpful. How many secrets have I found? Only 28 secrets in this map. Jesus Christ. One of these books is going to be sticking out. I'm telling you, there's going to be a secret. Looking for it. Not that shortcut. Bunch of grenade launcher ammo. That's helpful. Alright, where those stairs at? Let's go down first. Kind of being stingy with the shotgun shells right now. Is that it for down here? Is it for down here? There we go. Head upstairs. One of these bookshelves has to have a book that's like sticking out that I could kind of press in to reveal like a little hidden room or something. I have all kinds of ammo. Ah, fuck me. Another life segment. Nice. See what else is up here. Did we get any key? We didn't get any keys there, so... Not actually sure what we're supposed to be doing in here. Where did you come from? Oh, we haven't been down there yet. Okay, so we gotta drop down then. There we go. Shotgun shells finally. Yeah, there are definitely some levels where this game feels very stingy with the ammo. I don't really know why. Like, that last level was pretty good on ammo. And then this level is, like, started off pretty decent, and it's kind of just turned into, not having a whole lot of ammo. I have barely any shells, no fangs. I do have a lot of these grenades, though. But the grenade launcher has so far been my only oh shit weapon. I don't really have anything else if, like, if things go really bad, I don't have, like, anything else I can just spam. Ammo down there. There we go. Yeah, this shotgun just feels like absurdly powerful. I kind of love it, but it's down here. That's it. Just some fangs, like one health thing. Okay. That was disappointing, to say the least. Just leave the way we came, I guess. Or no, way we can't. There's a big old ice waterfall there. Slid down. How do we... Oh, over here. This acid ball launcher doesn't seem to have any AoE, something I've noticed. Just kind of unfortunate. Probably stop wasting ammo. There we go. Now I got enough to waste. also kind of just feels bad that like when you miss the direct hit for the acid ball, like it doesn't, it just kind of sits there and becomes like one of these things. And it's like, well, I guess you could take out your pistol and try and hit it, but it's probably better to just do a follow-up shot because you're probably going to eat a bunch of damage in the process of trying to hit that thing. Yeah, like those guys are right next to each other, and that thing did no splash damage. So unfortunate. That was easy. Let's see if there's a way to get to that, that staircase. I want to get up here. It's not sure how. I think that's like how you, because there's a window that you can break, or you can probably just walk through that. That's upstairs somewhere. I don't know, let's keep moving forward. Maybe there's a, yeah, maybe over here we go upstairs. We're gonna circle back around to that area. Yeah, it feels like, I don't know, this game feels weird because it feels like I'm kind of missing weapons from my arsenal. Like there hasn't been like an AoE splash damage weapon yet. Like this thing is not, it has no splash damage to it as far as I know. Even though it has kind of like, it sort of acts like a grenade launcher, and it has sort of limited-ish ammo, and it's very powerful single target, but it doesn't have like the AoE power that like the grenade launcher in Quake has, unfortunately. I have one of these. That guy. Oh yeah, my boy's killing everything. There's one still out there. Kind of hear him. Stuck on a window or something, maybe. I don't know. we go. Secret there. I think I just I just like knocked that one down to the downstairs area. Thank God, some shotgun shells. Oh yeah, the thing has no splash damage at all. I can just like shoot enemies like point blank with this acid launcher. It's kind of goofy. See, where's that? I guess I don't really need to go down that staircase now because I have a. Life siphons. Don't need any more. This is where we came from. We have the red key. Go this way. When in doubt, just find monsters to kill. Secret down here? That obviously glowing health kit in the corner there, that's a secret. Alright. Okay, we're still kind of on a linear path here, seems like. Alright. Don't really need that. Let's go check out that hole in the wall real quick. Guys down here. Weird enemy placement. Just put armor in here. These. Oh, this was that gate from earlier. Okay. Fun little bonus area or whatever. I think we're getting close to the end of this one. How many monsters we got left? About 100. Okay. Anything cool up here at the top of the level? It's neat that you can get up here. Only had a rocket launcher. Want that armor up there. There we go. Dark. Save and a little again, this little like church or chapel or whatever this is. Oh my god, some more shells. I don't know why this level is so stingy with the ammo. Oh hey, is that a new weapon? I think it is. Or slag cannon. Oh, well, I wanted a rocket launcher. Oh wait, no. Like a plasma gun. Maybe multiplayer with a rocket launcher. I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty disappointing. It does a lot of damage per hit. Kind of reminds me of the Arcane Dimensions plasma gun a little bit. I feel like they should have given me a little bit more ammo. They're gonna send all this stuff at me. Just kind of let me go wild with it. Some of these guys are trapped outside. What did that do? That open up a... Oh, I didn't even hit the switch. There we go. That's a cool effect. I like that. Just my spiral staircase. There we go. Let's... That's a rocket launcher. Let's rebind this real fast to something else. Keybinds. The slag cannon. There's like two more weapons it looks like. 3 more weapons that I haven't found yet. The Retcher, no, I found the Retcher. There's the Lance, the Crystallizer, the Mace of Devastation. I've not found any of those yet. Slag cannon, though, is our rocket launcher. Use artifact. We can throw that on G. There we go. Uh-oh. These guys dug too deep. That's pretty cool. Oh wow, this area is very impressive. I talk about this a lot. It's pretty difficult to make brushes. They shot us 5 per shot. Pretty difficult to make like caves out of brushes to make them look nice. There's a new enemy way over there. That's just a bad introduction. I don't know what to say. That's just like not a great way to introduce a new enemy. Is to just have them like a mile away, where I'm like not even really affected by them. Okay, hold on. I gotta stop for like 2 seconds. Okay, so they should have introduced this enemy in the church. They should have given me the new weapon, given me the ammo, you shut all the doors, and you spawn this guy in. And maybe you spawn some fodder enemies to back him up. And then you let me go like toe-to-toe with this guy in close quarters with the new weapon. That would have been really fucking cool. But instead, they spawned a bunch of fucking, like, those flying guys with 3 faces that kind of came in through the window. So yeah, I don't know. This is just not the way to introduce a new enemy, though. I can just do this. Yeah, there we go. There's our new enemy, everybody. This is a very cool area, though. I will give the devs credit for that. It's just a shame that that new enemy over there was just kind of like a big nothing burger. Let's grab that. Oh, there's another one over here. Oh, damn, God, that's hard. Alright, well at least there's a second one. Something. Okay, cool, I see what we're doing here. Got a little flying section. Yeah, this map is really playing up the... doing the fire and ice thing here. Some water guys play the bag. Kind of like mancubuses, right? Death animation, just kind of explode. Yeah, they kind of, I mean, this area is really cool. They did, I still think they bungled the introduction of this new enemy and this new, like, weapon pretty hard, though. I do like this area, though. This is, like, very, it's a very cool idea. Have all these like flying power-ups around that we can let's actually go down here. Secret. Nice. Nice lava texture. Rocket launcher, but a bit weaker, I would say. This area is just like entirely too big for its own good. These guys are just like miles away from me. I gotta go find the switch for this. Yeah, this area is just like way too big. I'm gonna have to do this back in there. Oh, there we go. Life cycle. We'll go fly over there. I think that's where the switch is at. It kind of has splash, which is nice. Okay, so this gate is locked. How to unlock that? Here, let's get free up the power up. Oh no, now it's unlocked. I just had to kill all these guys. Okay. I'm gonna wait for this to run out. I don't want the game to freak out or whatever. Alright, well that was whatever level that was. That level was okay. Not great. again, we're starting to... The issue that I kind of keep running into here is... the issue that I'm really running into here with this game is that... It's, how do I kind of break this down? I think the non-linearity aspect is really hurting this game. Having each level not progressively become more difficult and scale with the player's arsenal is becoming it's very quickly becoming a problem, because every level is just starting off very slow and then ends kind of on a crazy, like, tons of monsters. Like, the ramp up is just, like, very weird, and I don't think it's, like... I think it limits, like, the kind of design, the kind of encounters and stuff you can design, because every level has to kind of follow the same formula of, like, slow beginning that ramps into, you know, tons of shit happening. I still think the combat encounters overall are not designed super well. At least in that level. I thought the first level I played, or I guess it would be the third level that I played, the one over here, this one right here, this level was actually really good. I think they kind of understood what they were doing for that one. Whoever made that level had a really strong grasp on what they were doing and how to design encounters and whatnot. It was a big step up versus all the other 3 levels that I played. The other 3 levels just kind of keep running into the same issue of, like, not really designing interesting fights. And I think part of that, I'm starting to believe part of that comes from the enemies in this game aren't, or maybe they're just not using the enemies properly, but it feels like the roster is so limited. It's always just, like, the same 3 projectile guys. And I know that's, like, what Quake is, and that's why you have to, and I talk about this all the time when I play Quake maps, is that you have to really use the level itself to make the combat encounters interesting. And you have to use the limited enemy roster in Quake to its fullest potential. And I think the problem with this game is that it's really just not using its enemy roster super well. It's not using any of, like, the melee enemies in combination with the range guys. It's not really thinking about where these enemies are at, where they're coming from. It's just sort of like, I don't know, what if we just threw some of these guys in, you know? It's a lot of that. It's not... I don't ever feel like... when I'm playing this, I don't ever feel like the game is being clever. I don't ever think, like, oh, this is a cool combat encounter. That's really clever. I wasn't expecting that. You know, or I don't ever get into, like, a situation where it's just like, oh shit, I gotta be careful here, or I gotta use some of the items. I've gotten into, like, 1 or 2 of those, but for the most part, it's just been the same couple of, like, I don't know, here's, like, the same 2 range fodder enemies over and over and over and over. I think this game is kind of stuck between, like, the linear boomer shooter, like Quake design, and between something a little more open world, like a Metroidvania type of game with its non-linearity, where you can kind of travel, like, freely to these different worlds. I think it needed to just choose one or the other and really lean into it. It feels like it lands somewhere in the middle, and it just kind of doesn't work. It doesn't use all of its elements to their potential. You know, the open world stuff isn't used to its potential, but neither is, like, the linear sort of boomer shooter elements used to its potential either. I still think visually the game looks really good, you know, especially running on, you know, the Dark Places engine. The game looks fantastic. You know, all the weapons are modeled really well. All the sounds are really great. It just kind of comes down to, at least for me, it just kind of comes down to the kind of encounter design. The actual just, like, moment-to-moment gameplay, I think, is really lacking. Can't get through there. Where is the last level, anyways? I actually don't know where it's at. There's one more level we have to play here. So we did that one. I'll also say the movement is a lot of fun in this game, right? Like, just jumping around with the little, like, stab attack has been a lot of fun. the other one down here somewhere, maybe. There's ammo here. Oh no, that's a armor. Mine. Actually, don't know where the other level's at. Look around for a minute here. I think it's probably a good stopping point. I think there's like maybe 2 levels left, perhaps. You know, there's like probably a final level, and then there's one more level that I have to complete in the little hub world here, and then I think there is a it's like a 2D building back there. I didn't even realize that. You can kind of tell it doesn't look quite right. But yeah, I think there's like 2 levels. Maybe there's a secret level that I'll have to look up how to get to. And then we're kind of done here. But yeah, so I think my thoughts have changed a little bit, or are mostly the same, but have changed slightly since the last time I played this. And now I'm kind of thinking that the issue here is mostly just on the monster roster, and still just kind of like the encounter design isn't super great. But anyways, I think that is probably going to be... This is where we started. Where is this last level at? I kind of want to find it before I stop here, because I don't really know where to go. Oh, I think this is it over here. For some reason I thought this was where I started, but I think that cave back there is where I started. So this is the last level over here. Anyways, I'm going to stop here for now. Thanks for watching. Next time we'll come back and we'll probably wrap this up. So, yeah. Take care. GG's. Have a good one.